Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Cody from Tipsy Rippers here, bringing you another unboxing slash review. So we're gonna go a little in depth on this one, but we are excited. We're excited to bring this one to you for sure. So it's actually a product I wanted to buy. Maybe not specifically this model, but I was looking at them. We did have this company reach out to us in regards to this specific model and wanted us to do a review of it. I am very excited to announce that they sent us two, one for me and one for William, so we both get to test them out. Actually gonna do a couple different tests that I didn't see on some initial reviews. So this, we're gonna do the unboxing for it, but this isn't one of the electric screwdrivers, and we're gonna put it to the test, and it's by xCool. So let's get opening this thing up and let's give you first impressions and go from there. So initially I wanted one of these because I run into a lot of problems where I need something a little bit quicker, especially when you're doing a lot of screws. So it's actually interesting they reached out to us, which we don't do a lot of reviews like this, which is pretty cool. Little background of why these interest me is because I am a newish father, and a lot of times there's so many screws to some of this information, so or some of these toys and stuff. I also used to build computers, and I still somewhat do. I have a laptop. That's something we're going to go over here in a short period of time, but we're going to go ahead and open up the xCool electric precision screwdriver set. So this is the full set. I will put the price down here somewhere. Okay, so let's take a look here. It looks like a nice packaging already. I really like a nice package, so insert joke there or meme. Anyways, lightly score that so we can get this off here. So I haven't opened yet. I don't know anything too much about it, other than watching one review and reading the Amazon reviews. So it seems like a lot of companies from Amazon are reaching out to us for some reviews. So I'm just doing just naming these underneath our Amazon playlist. So I will go ahead and pop it up here. So you guys can take a look, but let's go ahead and crack this open. Maybe. Okay. So I'm going to try to make this a little shorter than a lot of my other videos here, but I do kind of want to do an in-depth testing of a few things on this system. So let's get this opened here. It's a nice little bag. All right, so that's nice. I like that so far. Interesting. So in the bigger package, there is actually, I want to say this is aluminum case, and I broke that. Oops. And let's check what's in this one. Okay, so some kind of spade tool. I guess we can find out what that is. I don't remember exactly. We got some tweezers here. Seems like some pretty decent tweezers. And in the last, looks like a cord. I'm going to guess USB-C. Yep, USB-C here. So, okay, so the contents of that box was merely just a few miscellaneous tools. It already would be nice if they provided a case or something in for that, but that's okay. They might not be needed, but just standard instructions here. We'll go over it if we need to here, but we're just gonna crack right into it. I don't even know how to open this thing. So it looks like there's a button here. Okay, so button here to release it down here. Okay, so easy enough. Button down here, hold vertical, and boom, there's a nice little accessory kit here. I'll show you what actually I use compared to this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what I use now. Disregard the organization of my knife. I'm actually working on it. So this is just a little bit from Harbor Freight that I use, and actually it came in a plastic. I didn't like that, so I cut a piece of foam and I put these vertical so I could pick them up. So that's already my complaint about this is these are not vertical unless they turn vertical. We'll see. I don't like that already because it's hard enough getting these little bits out when they're like this, which isn't bad. They do give you some space here to push forward. So that's an advantage over this. There was like a plastic shell and I had to like pretty much flip it over. I couldn't get them out anyways, but this is just standard. Nothing specific here. It's just a nice little micro set that I utilize all the time. As you can see, I have a knife set take apart. So I'm very excited to look at this. Let's bring it a little closer so you can see. So this is the screwdriver itself. Looks like it has two flat heads. Really don't know what those are yet. Those might be Allen keys going up some of the smaller sizes, some Phillips. More Phillips of the smaller sizes. I'm going to guess that might be a 3 Phillips head right there. And then it looks like these as well might be some Phillips or some kind of Torx bit. Looks like there's some kind of magnet right here that holds that together or holds them in. We're going to flip it, and there's more on this side. That's awesome. So there's all kinds of different bits in here. Some nice Torx bits, some nice longer bits. Look at that. I like that. Some drill bits. Yeah, there's a plethora of bits in here. So yeah. So when charging, these little indicators here will indicate what the level of charging. So flashing light remains power under 25%. Indicator light 2 flashes remaining power 25, 50%. Indicator light 3 flashes on, the remaining power is 50 to 75%. Indicator light 4 is on, the remaining power is 75 to 100. That's a little bit confusing on the spectrum of things, just how they have it worded, but we'll just say 25, 50, 75, 100%. So I think there's just, since there's only 4 indicators, it's in between. So under 25, this is going to be 25 to 50. This is going to be 50 to 75, and this will be in between 75 and 100, all right? So I noticed when putting it in, you do have to kind of do it specifically as there is 2 ports here to connect with 2 rods down here. So you need to slide this in and in from the top as this actually compresses down. Sorry if my and then sorry if I'm bad at videoing, but press that in and that slides in, and then that should be connected. So that is something I had to figure out. So you actually have to pull it out from this side and pull it out. So when you push it in, if you can see ever so slightly, it actually pushes in there. So then you can push it in there and get it connected. So very easy. Just took me a second. Okay, we'll just touch base real quick. This is just the light button back here. Push this, it turns off and on, off and on. All right, and then there's just a battery indicating here what you're, if it's off or it's on. Sorry, this is terrible. Off and on. There's just a little indication there. Okay, so to select the different gears, what you're going to want to do is actually long press that button. Well, long press it so it goes into the gear, and then you short press it to change the gear. So that more or less is your torque setting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and looks like a drill mode. So a nice little feature to this that I didn't know about, but there's actually demagnetization and a magnetation. So the Holder itself is magnetized, but if you want to magnetize it, I guess you just go back and forth to magnetize it, and to demagnetize it, you put it in this slot and go back and forth. I don't know whether, I imagine you got to scratch it as a tip if you want the tip to be magnetized or not, unless you want it to be extra magnetized or not magnetized to the holder driver itself, etc. But that's pretty cool. I like that. Didn't know that was a feature. That's awesome. Okay, so that's a basis of the features right there. If you need to know anything else, leave a or comment below, or tell me if I didn't cover something that you actually know to cover. So something that we're going to do is make sure that we put this thing to test. We're going to just show you how to put a bit in there. I'm only going to do one bit, and then we're going to do a few tests here and there to kind of show this product itself off. If you need any information on this at all, I will leave a description below with a link for this item. So, all right, so this took me a second actually to figure out, but they include an extra one of these in here for a reason. So there's actually two of them. So if you see this indication right here below, this is for drill bits. So you got to take this out if you want to use a bit, and you probably could just use this to unscrew it like a doofus. And you're only going to use this with a drill bit. So you're only going to use that channel there to lock into place. So you're going to find the one with the looks like a tiny little bit there. You're actually just going to screw that on here by itself for the bits, and you're going to insert your bit tool and just tighten it. So it's actually not uh, tightening like it would on another bit. It's just magnetized, that I found out. So that's all you do for that. Drill bit, all you would do is insert this other one and do it. I'll show it really quick. So for example, here's a drill bit. You're going to want to get the appropriate plastic screw on here. You're going to put that in there first, then you screw the top on loosely, and then you're going to put your drill bit in there where you need it to, and then you're just going to tighten it like so, and now it's not coming out. You can drill away. Okay, so just a little tip: if you're putting a bit in, you can easily put it in and think it's in, but you actually got to twist it and make sure it locks in. You know, make sure it don't fall out. Shake it a little bit. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Anyways, so we're just gonna test it on some of my son's toys. We're gonna do some other tests. So yes, it has a torque setting. Yes, it is. You know, people think that this is maybe to use a screw into wood and such, etc. Yes, you might be able to, but use this for its intended use. This is for working on computers. This is working on small electronics. This is working on, I don't know, simple things. We're going to see if it will actually screw in a screw through metal, like real thin metal that I have. Maybe it's a, I'll tell you what the gauge is once we get there. But we're just going to do some applications and take a look at everything and show you the examples, and then I'll tell you my assessment from it. I want to say this is $60, and I want to give you a fair assessment whether I would spend that $60. Full disclaimer, they sent this to us. I did not purchase this, but I actually was looking at something very, very, very similar, and you know, I want to give you guys. You guys work hard to earn your money, and I want to show you great products, or products that may not be great or known, that you should try out. So I will give you an assessment after my general use of this, and if you should spend $60 on it. So let's crack into it, guys, and let's see. Okay, first thing we got here is a remote control that my son got for Christmas here. So first thing we're going to do is just try to take out the battery screw here. See how it goes. Let's see what setting we are on. We'll turn the light on for fun. And we are setting 1. So let's check what it does on setting 1. To help it, at the beginning, and then it's fine, which is fine. I think maybe I'm using the wrong head here. Maybe it's stripped out because I probably just stripped it out. All right, so from the general consensus, not heavy pressure, not you kind of have to get it started. So let's check this out. Let's just let it do its own thing first, and then we're going to work on a screw in here. So um, turn on the light here. Okay, so screw. Oh, okay, I got that one. I got that one. I didn't do anything with that one. General, I guess my first impressions is I thought the torque settings would be enough to break it loose on every single one, especially on 4. I thought it was user error because I was putting too much pressure on it from limiting it, but uh, it does not seem like it wants to break them loose, which is fine. I guess I'm just used to an impact driver, Milwaukee for the sense. So, but it did break 2 out of 4 of the screws, so not too bad, but let's go ahead and tighten it back up. So kind of like that. Let's do a hand test and see how tight it is by hand tightening. A lot of this stuff too is smaller, so yeah, that's actually a pretty good. I don't want it too tight because it's plastic, so that's a pretty good setting there. I would, yeah, I like that. I like that it good for putting in. So, I mean, a big worry is when you're tightening things, you don't want to over torque it, especially if you're using plastic or doing anything like that. So that's kind of nice for tightening it. Loosening it, you have to get started with it, which is fine. I guess that's just something you got to get used to. We'll try some other things here and let's see kind of the assessment. But my first assessment that I thought it would be strong enough to bust some of those screws loose. It is what it is. Maybe the screw setting might have done something different, but yeah, let's check it out on a laptop here. So I purposely left some of these screws off so I could try this here. Let's make sure this is a decent size here. Okay, so we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and try it on the laptop and these screws. I'll see if I could zoom it in onto one of the screws I'm actually going to work. So there's the fan ones. I am replacing the keyboard on this and the battery. So let's go ahead and see if he'll take it off. Oh, easy. Easy peasy. So lemon squeezy. Took that tiny little screw out like it was nothing. So let's take this other one out. We'll zoom out a little bit. I recommend doing anything with tiny screws on a mat. But right now, just for demonstration, easy. Okay, nice. All right. So this is perfect for this setting. Let's it's on 4. I almost wouldn't recommend 4 on this, but that's not bad. Let's take a look at it by hand and see what the setting. Nice, not overly tight. So this is perfect for laptops. Very, very, very awesome. Um, yeah, I'm just putting these back because the only thing is that I don't like a lot, I don't even like impacts for, is the fact that you don't want to strip anything. Something this delicate, I may advise you to at least start it by hand and then use this. So, yes, the torque settings help for not over tightening on such delicate things. But something as simple as that remote control, it was not able to break it loose. So I guess you guys put an assessment just knowing that. But what we're going to do is try it on a couple different toys and different. I have a laptop, another laptop we can try. So let's try that. Okay, so we bumped up the bit to the PH1. It was the PH00 because these screws are a little bit bigger. I'm just going to double check. I'm not going to mess it up. But let's go ahead and try it with the setting 4 on here and see if it takes it off. Oh, with ease. Okay, I'm impressed. I changed my mind on that. Okay, let's put it in one of these screws over here. Might not be able to see it, but we'll get in there. Ooh, I can feel it turning in my hand. So it has strength. It has strength. It wants to go. All right. So let's see if we can bust it with the drill one. Sorry. Let's see if we can get it to go with the drill one. I'm just curious if that's a harder setting or not. Ooh, I can feel it pulling. So yet again, it's not strong enough, but you just give it a little twist. Might twist it once or twice here. And the drill might not be the right setting for that. So yeah, let's switch it back to 4, which I think is the highest torque setting. There we go. It's working its way. All right, fantastic. So I might need to magnetize some of these tips, as it's not seeming that some of them are magnetized already. But you're not going to be using this for anything crazy. So, you know, I mean, being this small, I guess I should have understood that it wasn't going to take out screws like that. Okay, and we'll just use it for these kind of applications, just to test, use it for the right job. But um, it's still going to be very helpful for doing, kids' toys or anything smaller like that. You just got to help it a little bit. So same with some of these computer screws, probably similar, but easy, easy as pie. Pop that out, and we're right to the RAM. But anyways, we'll put that back in here, and these are perfect. That's why you could pick that torque setting, especially if you're doing a bunch. If you're going around to each one of these squares, this is perfect. You just and be done. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the drill function, and we're going to see if we can drill through this little pine. Pine's not the hardest wood, so this is probably a good test. We'll see if we can drill through some vinyl, and then we'll see if we can drill through or screw in some metal here in a second. All right, so we got the drill setting in there, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can drill through it. So I know this ain't the best angle, but we'll do it from the side so you can see. So we're going to go ahead and start her. All right, color me impressed. It went through that. So I mean, it's probably not going to do it fast, but it will drill through here. That actually impresses me for what this is. You can't put a lot of pressure on it; it will bog it down, but not too bad. Yeah. So next thing we'll do is this piece of vinyl. See if it will drill through it easier here. But yeah, right through the vinyl, not bad. So something like this, it might be better applicable, and it might be more for even hobbyists, that need to do small holes, quick and easy, don't need something bulky. This might be better bet, but I wouldn't say this is going to, you're not going to use this as a handyman like I would or anything, but this would be a nice hobbyist tool. If you're going to build even airplanes or models, stuff like that as well, that would be great too. That would categorize underneath the hobbyist. So we're going to go ahead and get a screw and see if we can at least screw in case you didn't have your impact. This might be an option. Okay, let's see if we can drill a hole through the metal, I guess. Not the best thing to drill through metal, but it is doing it. So I would say I would get a hole through there, but I don't want to break it. So I'm gonna try to put the bit in there. I'd say this is meant for drilling through plastic or really, really thin tin metal, like really, really thin, versus what I'm doing. But we're putting it to the test. We're seeing if it will do what I want it to do or wish it could do. So let's see here. I'm gonna try to screw back in there, make sure we have the right bit. And let's try it again. So now we at least have a divot set, and we'll see if we can get through it. So we're not going to make it through there. I can already tell by just how it's working. So um, we will try some wood, even though this is a metal screw, but we'll still try it anyways. Wood, not really, not the purpose of it. So a little sad, but you know that's why they make impacts that are a lot bigger and badder. You know, so very interesting. And I know drill through plastic, so I'm not even going to try it. Just from knowing that it was going to drill through that metal is pretty close. It'd probably drill through it pretty quickly. All right, so let's talk about the xCool precision screwdriver here. I'm going to give you my honest opinions. I'm going to tell you what I think of it, and that's what we do here. So it is priced at, I believe, $60. I will correct that on the screen here, or here, or here. Um, $60 for this, and I will tell you everything I like about it first. So I do like the case. Case is nice aluminum. It's a little heavy, so it makes it feel heavy duty. So I do like that. I like that it's pretty secure. So shaking it, probably robust. I don't know about dropping it. I could see if you're dropping it on concrete or something like that, it might bust over time. A couple, tosses, something like that. But I'd say for better than plastic, it's not too bad. So I do like the little button to push out. I like the indicators. I like that the case itself is all magnetized, so all the bits stay in there. Really good. I like that the case itself actually is you can add magnetization to some of the bits here, which is pretty cool. I will say, yes, I was a little disappointed that there wasn't some type of easier access, but you know what, they did smart by making this deeper so you can push on this, so then you can grab the bit. So that is really bonus on their part. I would say I really like that. I like that it's all included inside of this case, and you can charge it, keep your bits, it's all in one. That's awesome. They do give you some other tools that are separate from here. I still don't know what this is for. I think I'm going to go boating. Insert boat here. Canoe. No, but really, probably something specific, but I don't know what it's for. But nice little feature. Um, these almost look like they're magnetized as well, so they are. So that's cool. Tweezers that are magnetized, can't beat that. Nice little, and a charger. Something that I think people need to do is include the cubes in there, but don't know why they don't do that. So all right, so let's give this a general. So if you're going to buy this for what it is necessary for working on micro things such as micro screws for laptops or any electronics, or if you're taking apart kids' toys a lot, or you're just working on smaller components, if you are working on a lot of electronics, this might actually be your friend, especially when you have a lot of screws that you need to take out, a lot of screws that you need to put in. You can set it to that perfect torque setting, kind of find it 1 through 4. And that's awesome. So you can just keep ripping them in so you don't have to worry about it. So that is great. The drilling function, I was actually impressed that it started going through the metal and it went through the pine, actually not bad. It is not definitely made for screwing any new holes. It will not screw through wood that well. So um, yeah, so it is actually very thought out. I don't know what it's marketed towards. If it's marketed just for general usage, or just in just a it says precision screwdriver set. But if you were to spend $60 on this for, we'll just say that you work on a lot of this micro screws and everything like that, I would say they have this price pointed perfectly for that. If it's meant to be a precision screwdriver set for the everyday person that needs this, um, for every once in a while they work on a laptop, or every once in a while they work on some to- toys, or they work on any electronics every once in a while. I would say they're a little steep on the price. I would say like me personally, if I was to buy this set, I would have felt confident at a $45 price point. But if you're going to buy this actually for what it is for a lot of the smaller electronics and such, and you do it daily, you do it all the time, yes, $60. But for an everyday use, such as myself, I'm not doing a job that does this. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use it very often, actually, but it just doesn't have enough torque for what I use it for. I'm a handyman, but I also work on a lot of things at home. I try to fix pretty much everything. So, but if, but I would say $45 for me. I don't know what goes all into this. I don't know what batteries in this. The bits can't be that expensive. So for me, the for the $60, I want to see more torque, or I want to see replaceable batteries, as they give you an option for another battery. So then if you die, you can pop a new one in. You don't have to just solely waste on or just use that. I also want to see maybe just, include the cube in the charger. If you do those two things, if you would add an extra battery, you would add a cube, you would you know, maybe just add maybe actually a digital, percentage on here. $60, I would say. If you add those three things, or actually even just add the digital charging and the extra battery, $60, I would say that this is a great bet. I hope I did this due diligence. I hope that you feel comfortable watching this video, knowing that if you want to spend $60 on this versus some other competition, that you're going to feel confident in it. Hopefully you can find, if you do find this on a discount for $50, I would say you're good at this price point. Comparable to some of the other ones that I've at least looked into, this is around the same price point. But me personally, I want to get the best bang for my buck. So xCool, I appreciate you sending this to me, and I really like your product. I really do enjoy it. I will use this a lot, and I am going to give it to William and see what he thinks. As always, guys, appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button for notifications when things come out. And as always, stay tipsy, boys. Anyways, thank you. Goodbye.